The golden leaf of the forest. Once upon a time, deep in the forest, there was a legend everyone talked about: the golden leaf. According to the tale, this leaf was hidden at the top of a tall tree, and whoever found it would have their wish granted. However, reaching the leaf wasn't easy. It was said that only courage, patience, and friendship could lead to it. One day, a little fox was wandering through the forest when it came across a squirrel gathering acorns. The squirrel excitedly asked, "Have you ever heard of the golden leaf?" The fox replied, "Of course I've heard of it, but I always thought it was just a myth." The squirrel was determined. "Even if it's just a legend, it's worth a try. If I find it, I'll wish for a big stockpile of acorns to last me through the winter." The fox thought about this for a moment. "Maybe I could wish for a feast every day," it mused to itself, then said to the squirrel, "If you'd like, I'll join you on your quest." And so, the two set off on their adventure together. Early in their journey, they faced their first big challenge: a raging river. The squirrel looked at the rushing water and said nervously, "The current is so strong, I can't cross it." The fox thought for a moment and suggested, "What if we build a bridge out of branches? Then we can get across." The two animals began gathering sticks and leaves from the forest. The fox carried the heavier branches, while the squirrel used smaller leaves to strengthen the bridge. After a lot of effort, they finished their bridge and managed to cross the river safely. Later, they stopped to rest beside a large rock. But during their break, a new problem arose: hunger. The squirrel sighed and said in a disappointed voice, "I should have brought more food for the journey." The fox looked around and reassured it, "Don't worry, there's always food to be found in the forest." Using its sharp nose, the fox sniffed out some berries, while the squirrel found a few acorns. They shared their food and regained their energy before continuing their journey. At last, they reached the legendary tree. It stretched so high into the sky that it seemed endless, and the golden light of the leaf shimmered from its topmost branch. However, the leaf was far out of reach, and even for the squirrel, the branches looked fragile. The fox encouraged, "You're lighter than I am. You can do it." The squirrel carefully began climbing the tree. As it climbed, the branches creaked and bent slightly under its weight. Finally, it reached the golden leaf. Just as it was about to pluck the leaf, a great owl suddenly appeared and spoke in a deep voice. "To claim the golden leaf, only one animal's wish can come true. You must decide who it will be." Hearing this, the squirrel and the fox looked at each other. The squirrel said, "I need this wish, but I couldn't have made it here without the fox. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have come this far." The fox smiled and added, "My wish would be wonderful, but it wouldn't mean anything if I couldn't share it with my friend." The owl was surprised by their response and let out a hearty laugh. "So, your friendship is more valuable than any wish? Then I will reward you both. Each of your wishes will be granted." Suddenly, the golden leaf split into two pieces. The squirrel and the fox each took a part. The squirrel wished for a stockpile of acorns to last through the winter, and the fox wished for food to fill its belly every day. But the greatest reward of all was the friendship they had formed, which made them stronger together. From that day on, the forest didn't just tell the story of the golden leaf. It also told the unforgettable tale of the little fox and the squirrel's remarkable friendship.